Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining how I'm running my business like Redbubble and TeePublic. The reason why I'm making this video is because today marks the first day of my first organic sale on a private website that I created for print on demand that I created 94 days ago. And every single day, I think the exact day I created it was February 5th, which, if I'm not mistaken, was 94 days ago. And every day that I was working on this website, my goal, which is exactly what I tell you guys, is to get 1% better each and every day. Get 1% better and try to improve 1% at a time. You don't have to be Superman overnight, but you do have to improve every single day. Don't go to bed without improving some sort of way. So I took my own advice and I kept working on my own business. And this was a print on demand that was separate from everything that I have going on, separate from the stores that I advertise on, separate from all these different businesses that have going on, the different passive income side hustles. And a lot of people might be curious as to why I try to engage in so much of this. And when I say engage in so much of this, what I mean, or what I'm talking about, is these passive income side hustle kind of things, or these, creating these websites, creating blogs, and keep creating them. And why do I go after making so many streams of different passive income? And guys, I've been around in the business game for long enough to have seen so many people have that one winner, that one thing that makes them a lot of income. And then for some reason, something happens, something changes to where they lose it all. In fact, it's actually happened to me more than once where I was about to lose it all. And not in a bad kind of way, but, markets do change and people's desires and their needs do change over time. The best sort of example is the changes that have been recently happening in the print-on-demand world. If you're a marketplace seller, if you sell on, Redbubble.com, if you sell on TeePublic, you know what I'm talking about. There are changes that are happening, not only behind the scenes, but in front of our eyes, and sometimes, unfortunately, we can become victim to those changes. So with that being said, I've seen so many bad things happen to successful people, or people who have created successful income generators, and because they were lazy, because they were really not focused, and because of their ego, they put their humility to the side and thought that they were going to be successful forever. And unfortunately, for those type of people, they have to start from scratch again. And I learned my lesson very, very quickly, that you have to diversify. You have to create multiple different streams. You got to keep yourself busy. You got to keep pushing. So that's what I was doing. And my goal for this print-on-demand passive income business was creating a print-on-demand site as a competitor to Redbubble. And when I say a competitor, I'm not having designers on there. It's just simply a bunch of my designs on there. Okay, it's not like I'm, having virtual assistants post designs on there. And I went solo. I didn't get any virtual assistants on there. They're busy with their own work on my other projects. And I created this account from scratch. And it had all kinds of clothing on there: hoodies, hats, t-shirts, posters, you name it. And for people who may have seen some of my other videos, this was my superstore, thing that I've talked about. I've talked about this before, where I said I'm going to create a superstore, a print-on-demand superstore, with just tons and tons of products, where the main goal to produce an income off of it is through SEO. And in the basic form, Redbubble, what it does is exactly what I've been doing, which, I can't say I'm the creator of this, obviously, but when you create a multitude of designs, a multitude of products, a multitude of listings, a multitude of pieces of content on your website, Google's going to start picking that up. And just like Redbubble has God knows how many millions of designs now, those designs each have a standing within Google, whether they're on the first page or whether they're on the 50th page. And those designs all have some sort of value. That's why we kind of look at the things that we post online, whether it be Redbubble, whether it be TeePublic, whether it be Zazzle, or whether it be even your own website. each thing is an asset, and that asset could provide a certain level of income. That income could be higher, it could be lower, but essentially, if you look at Redbubble's traffic through like SimilarWeb or something like that, you have, I think, like 35 to 40% of its traffic is purely from organic. And then you have direct traffic, and then of course that direct traffic involves your advertising traffic. You have a bunch of different things, but the retargeting, essentially creating a business around SEO and some sort of traffic influx, which for some people could be just content through SEO and things like that, but retargeting it, right, through paid advertising is a tremendous formula, and that's what I'm doing with this current business. 94 days, some people might say it's good, some people might say it's bad. Either way, it doesn't matter. And the reason why I say it doesn't matter is because it's all uphill from here, and or it's all easy from here, pretty much. Looking to a brighter future. I could see the light now, especially because I got that first sale. Not to put things into perspective, I could have easily paid for ads on this website. I could have easily run different advertising systems or even used Instagram or anything like that. But you got to keep in mind that I already have a bunch of websites that do that and a bunch of different products that do that. And I just wanted to, get back into the trenches. And like I said, that first experience of working on something day in and day out, doing a little bit every day, just trying to improve very, very quickly, okay, you can see results if you stick to it. If you think about it, 94 days is not a long period of time for you to go from nothing to something. And when I say nothing to something, I'm not talking about from no website to a website. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about zero. Not a single image, not a logo, not a design, nothing, all the way to a sale. Now, the reason why, like I said, I do this is because, yes, I could just pay for advertising, but I also have to keep my tools sharp, my weapon sharp. Just because I know how to advertise doesn't mean I should use that weapon all the time. I've said this before about Redbubble. If you guys are familiar, if you remember the Instagram bot, okay? I've said I created a video talking about how powerful it is, and people are essentially cheating using the tool, not learning what it takes to make sales on Redbubble, use the tool, get quick sales, and think that they're all good. And like I said, unfortunately, yes, you will make money doing that, but you're tricking yourself. You think you're some sort of expert doing that. You're not really creating a long-term wealth for yourself. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I always say when you use tools like this, use them just like steroids, okay? If you don't go to the gym and you take steroids, your body's not going to change that much. But if you work out, you do everything right, you follow the foundational steps, you follow the basics, and then you implement a tool, for example, like the follow-unfollow bot, like the Redbubble favorite automator, like the Redbubble tagger, all these different tools that I'm talking about that produce an income for you or boost your income, then you will see the seismic differences in your business. And there's nothing more that I enjoy than literally with free traffic, just putting a website together, doing the right SEO, creating the right content, seeing an influx of traffic, and that influx leads to sales. Now, I could already predict what's going to happen because I've done this maybe about 200 times in the past. And when I say 200 times, I don't know if that's completely an exaggeration because some businesses have failed, some have succeeded, and I wouldn't really call them businesses. I would call them websites because let's be honest, they're websites at the end of the day. They don't have full-time employees. They're just virtual assistants where I have a portfolio of websites, and I have actually over 40 of them, and basically what they do is they make an income, some through ads, some through SEO, some through Instagram and social media and all that kind of stuff. And some, like I said, just simply through the SEO type of content without anything else added to it. And to me, like I said, there's nothing better than putting some work in and then later receiving the benefits of that slowly with time as a drip feed of income. And the way I look at it is, and I think I've said this before, but I look at it like creating businesses like these or websites like these that produce an income slowly through time, not just through print on demand, but any kind of online asset, because print on demand you could say is an online asset. If you post a shirt on Redbubble or whatever and it makes you even $10 a year, that's still an asset. It's a low income generating asset, but it's still an asset. And if you do that, okay, and it produces an income for you, then what you're doing for yourself is you have that asset. In my opinion, right, if you build that up, most of the assets you can build online are better than real estate, in my opinion. Now, real estate can be an asset to the right person, but I think it also comes with its own costs and all kinds of things. I could probably make a different video on that and explain my viewpoint a little bit better. But I just figured I'd make this video today, not only as just like informational, but more of a source of inspiration, honestly, because like I said, there's probably a lot of people watching this who are really want to take that leap, whether it be building that first blog or building that first print on demand website, or maybe creating that first digital product, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know who's out there who's listening, what you're looking to do. I'm not sure. But I could just tell you that if you're consistent, if you work every day, if you put in a little bit of effort every day and set goals every day and don't go to bed unless you complete those goals, not only is that good for your psyche, your mental health, but more importantly, how you feel about yourself, your confidence. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're proud of yourself. These are things that are important to me, and more importantly, leads to good results, financially speaking, down the road. Not to mention, the finances are only going to get harder from here for a lot of people. I mean, look at what's going on in the economy today, the world. It's very unstable, put it that way. And who really knows what's going to happen in the future with not only with AI, but just the economy in general. Things are not going in the right direction. And it's probably best that you try to make as much money as you can now, because who really knows what's going to happen? I have no clue. I figured I'd make this video as a source of inspiration. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.